This is Marina interview 3. Okay, so how did you end up working here?
I was working in a Montessori primary school, and the job went, and I had committed to my children, so then I started this job. I'm doing relief. I cover lunchtime, and I also 12 to 2, and then I do 1 day a week from 12 to 6.
Okay, cool.
So just fitted in.
Alright, great. So you'd be using the Astra curriculum when you're teaching downstairs, yeah?
Yeah, well, the role I'm in would probably be more, by the time I come in, it's supervisory, in that they're at that stage, they're more play. I know obviously the Astra would come into that to a point, but I feel not as much as if you're actually using the curriculum, the Montessori curriculum.
But like in the past, you've used the Astra curriculum?
Yeah, I suppose we would have, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So when you were doing it, would you have seen any barriers to trying to implement it?
I do think the recording and that, if you could use it and be conscious of it, I suppose in one way recording it makes it, I suppose, focuses your mind on actually carrying it out. But on the other hand, it can be a bit disruptive, having to take a photograph of an exercise, and that's the one, probably the failing I would see in it. It's time consuming, and it takes away from the actual natural working maybe with the child.
Yeah, so instead of like the natural flow of play.
Exactly, you're saying, I have to do it, I have to record, and I have to take photographs, and
Yeah, so it just very breaks it all up, which the kids don't really want because it takes away from their play.
And you're kind of saying to them, I have to do it, I have to do that child, and I have to, that kind of thing.
Yeah, cool. So, what would you see like the role of play has in supporting like child development?
I suppose it plays a big part, because it allows them to develop their own personalities and learn how to interact with their with their friends, and they have to learn to negotiate and to be willing to share as well, so they have to learn.
So in like the how do you think it would affect it does affect their emotional development?
Well, I suppose there again, if they were fighting over a toy or something, emotionally they have to learn that they can't always have their way, and if another child has the toy first, they have to accept that, and then obviously try to the teacher will assist and suggest that when the other child is finished with it, that they have it, or possibly that they could work together if it was a doll or something, and they could, wash it or something, for a walk in the buggy together or something. Yeah.
So it means like they kind of have to like try regulate how they're feeling.
Exactly.
So
they have to take control of their feelings.
So they're not just sitting there screaming their head off.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Well, the next question is going to be about like their social development. That covers that as well. What would you see like the role of the teacher to be in like the learning processes of the kid?
To guide. To guide really, and to be aware of each child's needs, and to guide them and to help them develop and learn.
Okay, so kind of like as a facilitator,
Facilitator, yeah.
Cool. Would like in what like sort of scenarios would warrant you to come in and try facilitate their learning, or would it be all preemptive?
Well, I mean, you have to. I suppose you would. You have to plan. When you're going to teach them. Sorry, if you could just ask that again.
So, like when would you like feel the need to like involve yourself in it, or to like would it be preemptively during the course of them playing?
And this is in the play now we're talking about again, is it?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, sometimes it's nice to sit down beside them. I mean, you find downstairs there between on the lunchtime break, even they'll actually ask you, will you sit with me? And maybe even emotionally it just makes them feel a little bit more secure or whatever. If they're asking, there'll be other children that will be happy just to engage with their friends. I'm not really sure kind of what what's expected of the question.
It's fine. Did you like ever work in an early childhood setting before the Astra curriculum came in?
No.
No.
Not only when I was training. I trained a good few years ago,
Mhm.
and then I was in this Montessori primary school, as I say. So I wasn't working or teaching. Yeah, in an environment without it.
Okay. Do you think there's been like adequate training in using the Astra curriculum?
Probably not.
Hmm.
You know, okay, you learn about the framework, you learn about the nuts and bolts of it, but yeah, probably in the actual kind of day-to-day implementation of it, it might be nice to, a bit more guidance on that.
Okay, so like what sort of training do you think would be effective for kind of improving it?
Maybe if there was a manual with ideas.
Mhm. Rather than just saying,
no, I know
you have to do this.
Yeah. I mean, I know that there is like identity and belonging. They suggest the family and whatever, but and I think possibly in that way it might be nice to have a couple more. Maybe a manual, maybe classes you could also attend on it.
Right, cool. Well, that's pretty much everything.
That it?
Yeah. So thanks a lot.
Okay.
Appreciate that.